The next question is on youth employment. With the increase in university tuition fees and with last year's spike in Medway's youth unemployment, what would your group do to make sure Medway's young adults have a bright future?
I think this is an important question in the context of national policy. You'd expect me to say that. Not only have we had a hike in tuition fees, we've had the abolition of education maintenance allowance. Now, if you look at this particular area we're sitting now, that will have a significant impact on students' ability to spend money. Mid-Kent College, a lot of students there receive the educational maintenance allowance. That is going to be abolished and replaced by a much lesser allowance scheme by the current government. Tuition fees are going to be increased significantly, affecting students in the university here. So I think this is a real challenge for us as a local authority against that background. Youth unemployment generally is increasing rapidly nationally, and I think Medway is in the same position as everybody else in having to face that challenge. So I think it goes back to the question about what sort of jobs can we create for young people here, and it goes back to the question about being attractive for new businesses to come in to offer the sorts of opportunities that people want to take up from that particular point of view, and therefore it sort of replicates the answers that were given earlier about what can be done. But I think probably what the council needs to do, it needs to actually engage with young people locally about what we should be doing in the context of that very, very difficult national climate and, quite frankly, those very poor decisions that have been made by the coalition government.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Julian.
Youth unemployment is a great concern to me personally, as I have two members of my family who have struggled to get jobs locally in Medway. Despite having excellent qualifications, I might add. Unfortunately, I think this is going to be a problem which is going to get worse before it gets better. I, myself and my group would like to see the council, the NHS and other government employers locally put more emphasis on employing young people and giving them a chance, whether it's through work experience or whether it's by apprenticeships. Unfortunately, the European Union does not allow public bodies just to employ local people locally, because I would like to actually put that forward as a policy, but I don't think I will get away with that. But I do think we need to encourage our own public bodies in the area to employ more local people, to give them a chance in life, because it's very important. If you haven't had a job by the time you're 26, then the future doesn't look very well for you, and there are some people around who have not been able to do that, even though they've had lots of qualifications. And one of the other problems is in the areas, lots of the jobs, whether they're Tesco, Sainsbury's, or even sometimes in the university, are what I call part-time, 25-hour-week jobs. Yet they're still counted as, by the government or the coalition or anybody, even including the old Labour government, as full-time jobs. People can't really live on a minimum wage, 25-hour-week economy.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Chambers.
Well, one thing we do have a shortage of here in Medway is apprenticeship opportunities for young people to get into and get a vocational skill. And our administration this year have earmarked, and I think I said it earlier, 100,000 towards supporting the small and medium enterprises that we've got here in Medway, to encourage them to take young people on as apprentices, to teach them the skills that they have in their companies. But we realise, because they are small businesses, there is an expense involved, and we are going to support those businesses particularly in the first and perhaps the second year of an apprenticeship that they offer, so that young people can get what I call quality skills, which will set them on the road for the future. Because the question was how we're going to help Medway young adults, and we're committed also to exploring better training and better opportunities with the creation of a university technical college here in Medway. We used to have technical schools here, which were the feeders into industry, and we think they were a good thing, and we're now exploring recreating those with one of our universities. But those young people who do find it difficult to get into work, we are working with the Medway Youth Trust, which is a voluntary organisation, which is offering great assistance to young people in their endeavours to find work. So there are a number of avenues that we are exploring to raise the skill levels of our young people, so that those companies that we are hoping to attract in via inward investment will find the skills here in Medway with our young people.